Hey, good morning. Donald Miller here, Don Motors Electrical Services. Um, so why don't helpers make money, or even certain mechanics? Why don't they make more money? Um, they don't care. Um, oh, they definitely care about making more money by all means. Like they care, but they they try to put on a good show to make more money. Um, and you can't fake caring. You can't. And the ones that don't care, it's evident not just in their work, but in all areas. Like you know, you can tell based on how they clean up, how they install something. Sometimes it's little things. Like I just got to the shop, and I'm in the shop early because I have to do some paperwork. Um, I'm in the shop an hour earlier than what I should be. I try to get in here extra early so I can put forth a little bit more effort um, every day. It's not just 1 day a week or 2 days a week. 9 times out of 10, I'm in the shop at around 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not the one getting home until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But it's my company, so I guess I'm the one that has to do that. Um, so 12-hour days are a norm for me. But I'm here early, so I get down here, all right, and I go outside, and one of the vans is parked crooked, which like just doesn't look nice. Like if you cared about, like, obviously you're if a mechanic is in a van and the van has to get parked, okay, and I come to the shop and the van's all like that in the parking spot, it just shows a lack of caring. Okay, but then I go over to the van, and my extension ladder is put on the van upside down. They did a service yesterday, and I'll talk about the service in a minute. But the extension ladder is upside down. So now the ladder, if you look at it, is bouncing, like the upper part of the extension is bouncing back and forth. Because if they would have put it on right, the the ratchet of the extension ladder shouldn't be falling to allow the one part of the extension open. It should be closed. Okay, and then there's a little safety latch on that, and it keeps your extension ladder positioned on the rooftop correctly. But again, it just goes to a lack of caring. Okay, it's the like, so basically what happened is at the end of the day they're trying to clean up, and they're probably rushing to clean up because they finally got done. And again, lack of caring. They should take their time cleaning up. But it's like a disease. Okay, some of these guys, they're in a rush to nowhere. Like, and then when they talk about their pay, or it comes down to who's making money and who's not. Like, they're the first ones to be go, I need to make more money, and they start crying. But they're making the amount they're making as a direct result of how much effort they put into the job. So if you're crying about that you don't make enough, or like, just look upon yourself and figure out why. It's not me. I don't be like, oh, I'm gonna pay him less than he's worth. That's not. I try to give as much money to my guys as possible because I want the best out of them. If but the guys that I give the most money to are the guys that I can put at a customer's house knowing he's gonna do the best quality work for that customer. Okay? Because that customer is calling me, asking me for services, and I'm not a company just to make a profit off of my customer. Okay, I'm trying to give my customer the best quality work possible. So I can't send a mechanic that doesn't care to their house. It's not fair. Um, and that's why they're helpers. You know, it's in order to become a mechanic, you actually have to care about what you do. You have to care about the quality of the work. You can't, some of these mechanics that, well, they call themselves mechanics, they go and I'll give another example. Light posts, okay? So when you put the post in the ground, okay, and you have the wires coming up, if you just shove your wire nuts in and your wire nuts are facing down, that's a bad practice, okay? Because if the light post ever leaks, the water's going to get into the light post and fill your wire nuts up and cause a short easier, okay? You don't want water getting into your wire nut. So a little extra care would be to make an S in the wire in the top of the light post, and then your wire nuts are sitting up. So if water ever does get into it, it sheds it like an umbrella. All right? That's just, and that, what does that take? An extra 30 seconds? But it just shows caring. Some of these guys are so quick to get the job done. They just because you can do it doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't mean you're good. Okay? I don't know how much more I have to stress that. It's the care that you put into your work that really makes good mechanics. It's not just having the ability to do it, it's the care you put into it. All right. Light posts again. Let's do another one on light posts. So certain light poles, like if you just your front yard light post. All right. So you set the post. All right. Most people put it in dirt because they don't want to pay the extra money for the concrete. It's fine. All right. You'll dig it, and you try to get below 20 inches. Okay. But guys will run into like a rock and give up. Like, well, dude, like I've had to tell guys to go get the hammer drill out and drill around the rock so you can set the post. The post has to go down. You have to put forth effort when effort is needed. You can't just be like, oh, that's too much. Like if you're an electrician, you're going to be working with your hands and you're going to be doing labor for your whole life. So why are you trying to avoid labor? Well, if you're in the trade, you should be, well, one, you should love what you do, okay? You should love, even if it's hard work. Like, I don't understand this whole thing of this huff and puff about hard work. Yeah, it's hard. Like, it builds character. It builds who you are, though. Like, just, get at it and get it done. Like, hard work it's not a bad thing. I enjoy it personally. I have no problem working a 12-hour day and going home and, like it's, maybe I'm different. I always loved work. I always loved putting forth the effort. So like this, like lamp posts, and let's do the top of the light post, okay? So the light fixture that goes on the light post, all right? Depending on the post company, the light post might be a little loose up there, okay? And if you don't care, like I've seen guys not care and they just throw the light on and boom, 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 put the screws in, and the thing's like this. It's not level, all right? If you cared, and this is a little trick, and maybe you didn't know this, okay? If you get a piece of cardboard, put your light post on, and get a piece of cardboard, and put a piece of cardboard on all three spots, like one in the back, two in the front, like a Y. It will steady the post head and allow you to get a level out and level it and then set your screws. It'll make it look gorgeous, okay? And then if you don't have cardboard, 14-2 Romex. That's another trick. You can put Romex up there. And it'll just make your light post stop moving around so much. And you can set it. And these little tricks that I've learned over the years were from the fact of me caring. That's all that they came from. It wasn't like some old timer came up to me. Well, actually, there are a lot of quality tricks the old timers do teach. But a lot of them I made on my own because I just wanted it to be a little bit nicer than the next guys. Okay, so I just cared a little bit more. And that got me raises. It got me more responsibility. It got a crew underneath of me quicker. I got my license quicker. Like that little bit of extra caring has catapulted me in my trade from the beginning. Like it was one of the number one things that I was taught early is to care. Put forth that effort. As long as you always care, you're always going to be doing the best quality work. All right. Um, Something else that I was taught was try to have 6 weeks of pay set aside for emergencies. And it's not easy to do, especially, in this today's modern era of go out and spend, party, 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 spend. You have to have the nicest car, you have to have all this stuff. Um, I really didn't buy into it too much. Like I was able to put money away, and it benefited me. It got me out of debt. It got me out of debt. And then, during some of the Bush years as well as some of the Obama years, there was some January and Februarys that I went slow, and that reserve helped. So instead of being all stressed out, I was sitting back enjoying my coffee. Um, I want to say '09 or '10, somewhere in there. I had like 3 weeks off in January, or it was like January, February, and I enjoyed it. I really did. It was nice. I was able to read a couple books. I sat around, hung out with my family. So the trade, if you're taught about the trade correctly, this trade is extremely enjoyable, and you know you'll definitely separate yourself if you care and you truly care and you can't fake it. And that's what I was talking about, faking it. So like guys that they want more money, and they try to put on a show for when people are around, and you can kind of tell them because they like to point out the extra care that they did. um, I'm not gonna look at that what you're pointing out to me because you're setting me up. All right. um, the people that care, it's in everything that they do, from the littlest things, like from how they bring their tools into the job. Like if you truly care, it shows in every little thing that you do, because you're conscientious, you're in the moment. Like you're it becomes part of you. It's not something you can fake. Okay. I'm going to have a meeting with my guys this morning and talk to them about this exact thing. I just wanted to put it out there on my channel, um, because these are little things that help a guy that is getting into this trade and he truly wants to be the best mechanic he can possibly be. Don't just learn how to do it, learn how to do it and care about the quality that you're doing. That's I can't stress that enough. It'll catapult. If you When I started this trade, there was probably roughly 20 helpers that were around. All right, and I don't know a single one of them that own a business today. All right, so if I'm 1 out of 20, that means I'm 5%. All right, and maybe there are. Maybe I don't know where they are. Okay, I haven't seen them in the area anymore. They might be here. They might not be here. But I know, I was taught a different way than some of these guys that I came up with. And some of these guys I came up with, like I watched a guy break 3 shovels so he didn't have to dig a hole. Now, anyone can break a shovel. Okay, you put a spade in the ground and you torque on that handle and it'll snap. I watched him break 3 shovels so he didn't have to dig a hole. Well, that's great. He didn't have to dig that hole. He also didn't have to, I guess he didn't need more money. I guess he didn't need more responsibility. I guess he just was waiting around to get more booze or more drugs, which half of my trade is filled with them. But I'm going a little long. I have to do my paperwork now. But thank you for watching. Take care.